The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
All right, all right. Hello, everybody. This is Neil Green with the weekly webinar. With you, just like every Tuesday, we kind of changed the hours, you guys, if you remember from last week. So now we're doing it. What time is it? 6 p.m. at GMT time. Okay, so just set the clock. We're gonna do it every week at the same hour. We wanted to do it at a later hour, so you all have the chance to join us and listen to the weekly webinar. Just give you a background. Every week, we've been doing this webinar since I think forever. Every week, we have a webinar talking about the events that are taking place at the same week in the market. This week, we're going to talk about the stocks after the earnings season. Okay, if you were in past webinars, we talked about the earnings season and how to trade stocks during the earnings season, taking an outlook. Today, we're going to talk about the reactions, okay, of the stocks, see where the market is going right now, and we're going to talk about a very interesting thing that is taking place with the oil prices, the crude oil and the Brent oil. I would like to welcome all of you guys joining us from GoToWebinar through our website. Hello there, guys. And you guys joining us on Facebook Live from our homepage at itrader.com. Just want to do a technical check, see that you can see my screen and hear my voice. So you guys on GoToWebinar, you have a chat window. By the way, if you have any questions, anything during the webinar, you can just write me down. All right, and so just write down that you can see. You're supposed to see our homepage at iTrader.com and hear my voice. Okay, are we good? Everybody can see the screen. I just want to start. Can you hear me? See stocks and oil. You're supposed to see our homepage at iTrader.com. Are we good? All right, great. Okay then, let's start. Okay, thank you, Robert and Daniel. All right, let's start. So, by the way, registering to the webinar. You guys on Facebook next time, join us through go to webinar. All you have to do is just go to news, click on webinars, or you can scroll down here. Let me show you on the homepage. Okay, you go down here to save me a seat. All right, all you have to do is click, put in your first name, last name, and your email address, and then you can join us starting now or next week, every Tuesday. As I said, we changed the hour to 6 p.m. GMT time, so set the clock, see what time is it there, where you're from, and at your local time. All right, let's get into business. Okay, so today we're gonna talk about stocks and oil. All right. This session will cover two major trends in the market. Right now, we have two major trends going on in the market. And first is the FANG and the what I call FAA and G trends. And the other one, the second is the oil trend. Okay, so the first one has to do with stocks. Okay, the stock market. Just for you to give you a better outlook right now in the market, we have, as you probably know, the interest rates. Okay, all around the world, the Western world are very, very low. Okay, in the United States it's 1.25%, but in Europe we're talking about 0%, and looking at UK, for example, we talk about 0.5%. So people prefer to put their money in stocks in the stock market. Since think about it, if you have like a $100,000 or pounds or whatever, and you don't know where to invest, okay, you will probably look for you're not going to put it in a bank, right? In a saving account, getting such low interest rate. And then people put their money, okay, investors put their money in stocks, and the stock market is booming up. And this is one trend we're going to take a look at. And the other one is the prices of oil that are going booming up as well. And we're going to talk about why with a look to the future. All right. So both these trends are being monitored by traders. Traders are recommended to plan trading setup in order to take full advantage. We good so far? Okay. FANG. Okay, FANG stands for Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, and Google. All right. If you add the other A, which is Apple, these are the biggest stocks. Okay, the major stocks that everybody is talking about with the biggest market cap in the capital market in the United States of America. And all four stocks are trading on new record highs or close to new record highs. Okay, this is very important. Interest rate is very low. So people put the money in stocks. When they put the money in stocks, when we buy, when there's demand to stocks, the price of the stock market is flying up. Okay, from the beginning of the year, if you look at the U.S. stock market, the stock market is booming up. All four stocks, the main stocks, Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, and Google, okay, are record highs or close to their record highs. Earning reports, as you probably know, every quarter, every 3 months, every quarter, we have like a month and a half that all the big corporations, all those stocks, okay, all these companies are handing out reports. This is what we call the earning season, the report season. And this season, we talked about it in the past webinar. I'm not going to go into it, but just going to say, give us a lot of they give us a lot of trading opportunities, okay? Because if we know how to read these reports and we know how to analyze the market according to these reports, for us as traders is great. And earning reports by all four stocks have been very strong. I'm going to show you. Okay, out of the four stocks, Facebook seems to be under pressure because of new regulation. Okay, right now in the United States, but new government regulation could take years to complete. So right now we don't really see the how it affects. Now let's talk about. Let's go one by one. Okay, let's start with the stock trend before we go to the oil trend. Take a look on the MetaTrader, what's going on right now. So Facebook dropped 2% after earnings, but has pushed back up. Okay, taking a look at Facebook. Let's take a look at Facebook, guys. Okay, in green here, you have all the stocks in the United States. Okay, Facebook. This is a daily chart of Facebook. You see these candles? This is a daily chart, which means that each candle that you see here represent one day. Of course, the green candle means that the closing price of the same day is higher than the opening price, and a red candle means the opposite. Now, taking a look at the daily chart, let's zoom out a little bit. You can see that the price of Facebook, if you look at it monthly, look at Facebook, okay, this is crazy. But let's go back to the daily chart of Facebook. You can see that the prices are going up, okay? We have great reports. Looking at the past few days, okay, Facebook has reported on October 26th, after the market was closed. You can see the reaction. You see the closing price of the same day was $170 per stock. And then the day after, it opened at a new record, almost a new record, 174. Okay, right now the price is around $180 per stock. Okay, so you can see that we had the report, then it dropped back by 2%. Okay, because of the regulation and what I talked about. But as you can see, the report was kind of mixed, but still very close to record high that was 3 days ago. Okay, it's $182 per stock, which is the highest. Right now it's 180. We're $2 away from the highest price of Facebook ever. Okay, just for you to take a look at this trend. Good. Let's go back to the PowerPoint, and there we are. Okay, so Facebook dropped 2% after earning, but pushed back up as I showed you. Amazon jumped by 13%. Okay, after its strong earning. Take a look at Amazon, guys. Take a look at this. Amazon. This is the report. Okay, the closing price of the day before the report was $972. Okay, Amazon had a great report. Okay, their P&L, they had a lot of profits, a lot of things. Just talked to a friend about it 2 days ago. They had a great report. Now, the opening price the day after was $1,056 per stock. Right now, it's the highest ever. Amazon was never high. Look at this daily chart. Look at this. It's crazy. Okay? Think about it. If in the past, okay, till now, you had a diversified portfolio of Facebook, Amazon, of all the FANG, okay, Amazon, Netflix, and Google, think about where you would be. Okay? So, right now, Amazon is going up. Okay, we have an uptrend, a great report, 13% up. Taking a look at, so we talked about Amazon. Netflix dropped 2% after earnings, but only $3 away from new record high. Google jumped by more than 4% after strong earning report. Okay, let's take a look at these two stocks, guys. Okay, just giving you an outlook of what's going on in the market. Take a look at Google. You can see the report. Okay, usually when you see such a gap, okay, it means a report, and a great report of Google. Google, I think the highest point ever. Never been so high. It's been so. Okay, it was in 2000 and since 2014. Google wasn't so high, over $1,000 per stock. Taking a look at Netflix. Okay, pushed back just a little. All right, but still very close to the highest price ever of Netflix. Netflix, right? Streaming, live streaming. Okay. So this is what's going on with stocks right now. We have a very strong uptrend. Okay, just remember, as we always say in the market, the trend is your friend. Okay, don't forget it. So the market right now, the stock market, the main stocks are going one way. Right. By the way, the thing with the regulation of Facebook, I don't know if I told you, is the government would like to put some limits on their commercials. Okay, because they put, I don't know if you know, but they put a lot of ads of the Russians for Trump. If you know, if you read about it on the news, okay, pro-Trump. So they had a bit of a problem. Okay, so there's some regulation on Facebook, but still, after we saw the report, you saw the reaction. It didn't really harm Facebook. Facebook is still on a very strong uptrend. Just for the regulation, so I wanted to explain it to you. Okay, so Google jumped by more than 4% after strong earning report. The upside movement after earning reports were bigger than the drops. Okay, if we look at the majority, okay, of the stocks that are either on the highest price ever or close to it, okay. By the way, if Facebook is gonna have a really strong regulation on their ads, they will probably lose money, just for you to know. So pay attention to this. But we're looking at general at the FANG, okay, at the Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, and at Google. We can see that we have, after the earning reports, bigger movement, upside movements than drops, okay? So if you wanted to know where the market is going after these reports, we have it right now. Now, Apple is asset number 5, okay? After the FANG, now traders can continue to diversify the trading with Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, and Google. Okay. By the way, just for you to know, when you want to trade, if you want to trade smart, okay, a smart trader is a trader that knows how to diversify its portfolio. It doesn't matter what asset you buy or sell. Okay. If you want to trade stocks, I think that the most recommended thing to do, right, is to diversify your portfolio and don't put all the eggs in one basket, which means after such a great earning report for all the stocks, okay, and in the past earning season we had great reports of most of the stocks, but one stock might go against you and you never know, okay, what report you're gonna get. So if you trade on stocks, especially on US stocks, I suggest you'll diversify your portfolio, okay, to take a stocks portfolio, okay, if you trade on stocks, and not, not take one or two, but try to diversify and then you lower the risk. Okay, as you can see, most of the reports were good. Most of the prices of the stock went up, only a few went down. Okay, we had a few drops, so pay attention. Now, Apple jumped by 2.61% after a very strong earning report. Apple market value is now more than $900 billion. The stock price needs to rise another $20 to push Apple's market value to $1 trillion, which will make, right now, Apple is the company, the corporation with the highest market value, right, in the United States, in the US market. Okay, the richest, whatever you like, okay, company. They make a lot of money, okay, around $45 billion a year. But their market cap, how do you calculate the market cap? Okay, first of all, let's take a look at Apple on the MetaTrader. Let's take a look at Apple. Okay, everybody knows Apple. They make iPhones, iPads, and so on. Okay, you see 100, and right now Apple is traded around $174 per stock. You see the report went up by 2.6% and still climbing. This is a daily chart. Look at Apple, still climbing after the again another stock with a great report. Okay, part of the stock trend. And the thing is, let's put it down. Okay, the thing, I just put it here. Look, if we go to Google Finance, all right, you can just put a name of a stock. You see, right now it's traded 174. This is Apple live. Right now, the US market is open, by the way, right now. Okay, guys. Looking at the market cap, you can see that right now is almost, you see, 900 billion, almost 900 billion dollars. Okay. Now, when the price, how do you calculate it? Just for you to know, let me show you. If I take, how do I calculate market price? Okay, is the share price divided. The total value of a company in the stock market. You take the number of the shares, which is 5.13 billion shares, multiply by the price of the share, let's say around 175. You're gonna get the market cap. See, very close. Okay. Because there's a few millions here that I didn't put. But the market cap is the number of shares outstanding. If you want to know how much a company worth, the number of shares multiply by the share price. Now, when the share price will be $20 more, which means when the share price of Apple will get to 195, multiply by the number of shares outstanding, okay, billions and so on, we're going to get to $1 trillion. All right, market cap of $1 trillion at 195. Very strong uptrend of Apple. Okay, going back to the chart, you can see a great report, and the target that everybody's talking about is here. This is just they divided it to 6, but we're talking about 195. Good. All right, so now we understand. Let's go back to the PowerPoint. So Apple jumped. We said Apple market's value is more than 900 billion. The stock price needs to raise another $20 to push Apple's market value to $1 trillion. This is the stock trend, okay? If you trade stock, okay, I suggest you diversify your portfolio. Don't put, as I said, all the eggs in one basket. Don't trade only on one stock or two stocks, okay? Split the risk. As you can see, most of the FANG, or including Apple, Facebook, Netflix, Amazon, and Google, most of these major technology stocks that just reported a few days ago, usually they report on the 26th or the 27th of the month, each earning season, okay, which is 4 times a year. Okay, these are great opportunities. We can see we had some great reports. Okay, gap ups, uptrends. So only some of them just dropped a bit, 2%, 3%. Okay, if we go to the long term, we see that we have an uptrend. Now, oil seems to be the major commodity for the month of November. Okay, if you're more of a commodity type, if you like to trade commodities, the black gold, okay, oil, very tradable. Okay, a lot of volume coming in, a lot of trading opportunities. Crude broke a key resistance level of $55 a barrel this week. New buyers could enter the oil market if momentum continues. All right, so we have a breakthrough of the resistance line. Okay, and the medium-term upside target to crude is right now is 62 barrel. It was in mid 2015, and let me show you on the chart. If we go down here, we're gonna find the energy sector. Let's take a look at CL. CL stands for crude oil. CL stands for crude oil. There you go. Taking a look at the daily chart, okay, you see this uptrend. Look at the past few days. Each candle is 1 day. Okay, price is booming up like crazy of oil. We're gonna talk about the reasons, the fundamental reasons. But as you probably know, in order to be a professional trader, you need two things, and I say it every webinar. Okay, one is you have to understand the fundamental world. Okay, what are the events, what's going on, what affects what, and so on. The other thing, okay, you need how to know technical analysis in order to understand the resistance and the support lines, the resistance and support levels. If you look at the daily chart, look at this daily chart of oil without understanding anything, you can understand that this here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, all right, the 55. See, I put a line here, $55 per barrel here. This is a very, very strong resistance line. Look what happened here at the end of 2016, beginning in 2017. Okay, if you traded oil, it didn't cross $55 per barrel. Okay, almost touched it again here in April. Price went down all the way to the support levels and went up. And right now it broke 55. The price right now is more than $57 per barrel. Okay, usually when when we have a breakthrough, either of a support line or a resistance line, which are two of them are key levels. Okay, you have two kind of traders. One trader will go with the breakthrough and understand that there's an uptrend here. Okay, most of the opportunities, by the way, for the traders that trade big are breakthroughs, either of the support line or the resistance line. Okay, so right here you have a breakthrough of the resistance line. And some traders are doing what we call scalping, which means they trade in between these lines, in between the support and the resistance levels. So right now we have a very, very strong, we're going to talk about the reason, the fundamental reason in just a second, but technically we have a very strong breakthrough of the 55. Looking at the monthly chart, okay, here's the line. You can see that the next line at middle of 2015 was right here, all right, right here at around $62 per barrel. So this is the next resistance line, okay? If you want to break this trade, the breakthrough, you have the next resistance line, okay? If you believe the price is gonna drop and we have a false break, we have to check it. And you see, now it's much clearer. So we have 62 as a resistance, and we have 55 as a resistance that oil just broke it on a monthly chart. All right. And let's talk about the fundamental reasons. This is on the technical point of view. New buyers could enter the oil market if momentum continues, of course. Okay, when we have buyers, price goes up. The medium-term upside target for crude is $62, as I showed you, a barrel, which is achieved in mid-2015. So we have the key levels. Now let's understand the fundamental point of view. OPEC, everybody knows OPEC. OPEC is the organization of oil. Includes the 14 countries. The strongest one is Saudi Arabia. Okay, we have Venezuela, we have countries from Algeria and so on. Most of them are from the Persian Gulf. Okay, they're responsible for more than 30% out of the oil export in the entire world. Okay, so OPEC is a big deal. Okay, when we talk about your cars, guys, and the gas that you pay, okay, it all starts with OPEC. Responsible for more than 30% out of the oil export in the world. These guys are very, very rich. Okay, they have OPEC, and when OPEC has a meeting, usually the price of oil and the other assets that I'm going to talk about that are correlated with oil affects very strongly. Okay, so OPEC meeting today will take place today and on November 30th are supporting oil. Now the question that we have to ask, and you can watch it on TV or just read about it, okay, you can go to the OPEC website. Will OPEC and Russia cut production again this month? They did it before. Okay, usually when they cut production, what happens to the price, guys? When we have less supply than something, okay, when we have less oil, means that the price should go up, right? Okay, usually if OPEC decides to cut production, okay, oil prices are going up because we have less oil, which means the price goes up, right, Daniel. So will OPEC and Russia cut production again this month? Traders can diversify their energy portfolio with commodities currencies, which means, okay, these currencies include the ruble, okay, you can write it down, Russian ruble, the NOK, the Norwegian krone, and the Canadian dollar. These are just three examples, okay, the CAD, the RUB, and the NOK. These countries, okay, are very, very dependent on oil export. Okay, Russia, Norway, and Canada are a major, okay, except for the 14 countries that are part of OPEC, of course, but these countries are major oil exports, okay. A huge percentage out of this country's economy is based on oil prices. Now, if the guys on OPEC, okay, on the meeting today and November 30th, folks, if they're going to decide to cut production, it means that oil prices will probably, keep pushing up. After we have had a break of the resistance on 55, the next resistance from mid 2015 is 62, and it might break it as well. Okay, if you remember in the past, price of oil were $140 per barrel. Now, right now, the price is less than half than that, which means the countries like Russia are making less than half profits than what they used to make as a major oil exporter. Okay, so these currencies are very, very, the ruble, the NOK, and the CAD are very, very correlated with oil. All right, so again, in order to diversify your portfolio, traders, as I say, can diversify the energy portfolio with commodity currencies. These currencies, these Forex currencies, this is what we call currencies that are correlated with oil, okay, because of the reasons that I just mentioned. And this is about oil, and of course, good luck. So guys, we have two things. Let's repeat it. We have the stock trend right now, okay. All the major stocks published. Look at Apple. This is a monthly chart. They just split themselves to 6, so don't pay attention. But this is a daily chart, okay? Look at the daily chart of Apple. Great report. Facebook, same thing. Okay, very strong uptrend after the report. We said Netflix. You see Netflix? There you go. Okay, pushed back down a little bit, but still $3 away from the record high, which is here. Up here at around 200, a round number, okay, 202. Google pushing up as well. Great reports, guys. You can see the gap up. Okay, so we have an uptrend on stocks. Again, I suggest you diversify your portfolio. And on the other hand, we have this oil trend that I just showed you. Guys, questions? Any questions? Anything you would like me to clarify, to repeat? If you would like me to take a look at something else, that this is the time, ask me. Go right ahead. I'll try my best to answer you. In between, I just want to show you next time, guys, if you want to join us to the webinar, all you have to do Okay, this is our homepage at itrader.com. All you have to do is just you can go to news, webinars, and register, or scroll down here to webinars, put in your first name, last name, and next time gonna be in a week. Okay, the same hour, Tuesday. Click on join the webinar, put in your details. We'd like to thank you very much, you guys, joining us on Facebook. And Daniel is asking a question. How will the cut in oil production after the value affect the value of ruble, CAD, and NOK? Okay. These currencies, all right, a great question. Thank you, Daniel. These currencies that I showed you are highly correlated with oil, okay, which means that usually when prices of oil goes up, just like there's an opposite correlation, for example, between there's an opposite correlation between let's go back to the page just to show you, between gold and the US dollar. Okay, usually when the US dollar goes up, gold goes down, and the opposite. All right. Now, looking at this, okay, you have to understand that these countries, Norway, Canada, and Russia, okay, they're not part of OPEC, of the organization of these 14 countries, but their currencies, since they're major oil exports, and since this is a huge part of their economy, okay, these currencies are they have a very strong correlation with the oil prices, which means usually when oil prices goes up, these currencies are getting stronger, okay, and the other way around. Okay, we got it. Any more questions, guys? Okay, by the way, you can email me during the week. Okay, I'm gonna be here next Tuesday talking about the next topic, next event, and hopefully I'll see you there. Okay, join us. I would like to. We have more questions. Good. Okay, so thank you very much for participating today, and have a great evening, and hope to see you here next time. Thank you, guys. Bye bye.